What is up, everybody? This is Omega Belmont, and welcome to a new little video that I wanted to do. It's going to be a weekly thing. So for today, I'm going to be talking about statues and figures. If you've seen my other videos where I just do reviews and unboxing, well, I decided to, you know what, do a weekly kind of roundup of things I've seen on the interwebs about figures and statues and whatnot, from superheroes to import to Japanese characters, of course, and other characters. So like I said, I'll go through a few. I got a few, as you can see, all in my hand here. Just a few figures and statues that, you know what, I want to talk about, that it looks kind of cool. Of course, I am joined by Catwoman on my right side, your left. I got Guyver right here from Figma. Kent Cole, I think that's how you say their name. I don't really know what's her name anyways. And my newly reused statue that I got from the Street Fighter V Collector's Edition. So welcome them, of course, and I welcome you guys for coming in and hopefully watching and enjoying my videos here. So like I said, I'm just going to be talking about just figures and statues and things like that. Doesn't matter what it is, I'll gladly talk about it. And if I miss something that, you know, I didn't find this week, unfortunately some of these are probably from like a few weeks ago, so I'll step it up next week. So, you know, whatever, I have to find a date to cut off where you know, these statues or figures do come out, that I can, you know, cut it off and be like, okay, this is what I want to talk about. But so far, since it's the first one, I'll be doing more of just whatever that I found that looks pretty interesting, that aren't coming out yet, or are on pre-ordered or coming out soon. But first, I want to talk about a pretty awesome, I'm super excited for this, kinda, I should say. It's from Kotobukiya. It is the Spider-Man Artifacts Plus. I don't know which Spider-Man it is. This just says Amazing Spider-Man. It has a picture of it. It says Amazing Spider-Man on the front. If you go and look it up on, was it myfigurecollection.net, you should be able to find him, Spider-Man. Just type down Spider-Man, and then it'll just be the artifacts. It doesn't have a picture or anything on for it yet. I mean, it has a picture, but it's just the picture they have to kind of just sell you that, hey, we're making it. So. But it's coming from Kotobukiya. It's probably going to be a 1/10 scale figure, so you're looking at maybe about, I want to say, a little bit about 7 inches tall, maybe even shorter, because it is Spider-Man, so they're probably going to give him the Spider-Man kind of crawling pose. So you're looking at maybe 4 inches or so tall, so he's going to be crouched down a bit. It doesn't really have anything else for it. I mean, it's pretty new. They just announced it at the Toy Fair. I think that's where they announced it at, so we'll see what happens when it comes out, when we actually get prototypes and things like that. Hopefully we get it soon. It's probably will be like a year away, so we'll see what happens when it gets there. Next up is a figure from Gecko. It is, if you've seen the Gecko, I have actually 2 Geckos, I think that's how you say the name, 2 Gecko statues. One's from Metal Gear Solid Rising, which is Raiden, so he is actually on the bottom there, and the other one is from Berserk, which is pretty awesome. So but you know what, they're making another one. They made a Solid Snake one, and now they're making a Quiet statue, which is actually pretty cool looking. It is a 1/6 scale statue, so it's probably about 11 to 12 inches tall, just like the Raiden one. But like I said, I'm super excited for that. I probably will try to get her. There isn't a release date for her yet, so you're probably looking at, oh, it does says it's 6/20/16, so it's, whoa, it's a pretty, oh, never mind, that's something else. It doesn't have a date for it yet, so unfortunately, you're probably looking at maybe close to about 20-something thousand yen. So you're looking at maybe $200, at least $199 to $220. You're looking at around that range. The Gecko and my Metal Gear Rising and Berserk statues were around there, so you're looking at that. So it's pretty expensive, but I was looking forward to it, and you know, they actually showed off a picture of it. Like I said, most of this stuff you can find on myfigurecollection.net, and they have prototype pictures of it, so it looks pretty cool. Next up is, I don't have it. What happened to it? But it is, which is, it's a statue that I probably will never get a chance to buy unless I have a lot of income, a lot of extra income, I should say. It is Guts from Berserk. It's the Art of War. If you've seen the Art of War stuff, they are expensive. Just because they don't make a lot of them, you're looking at maybe 100 tops. This one is actually the skull helmet version, which is the skull helmet. Maybe I'm behind on Guts, but I guess it's a special one. It's the Art of War. It says the Berserk Guts the skull helmet version, Art of War. They're probably around 9 to 10 inches tall, but like I said, they're super limited. They're all pretty much, I think, polyresin, I think so, but they are super expensive. This one is about 100,000 yen, 115,000 yen. You're looking at about close to what is it, $900, which is almost probably $1,000 bucks. So, and then they are tiny. If they were like as big as, you know, any of the cool Prime Studio ones, like 1/3 scale and things like that, which are pretty awesome. If you know if it was that size, I think I wouldn't mind ponying up $1,000 bucks for it, but they aren't. They're usually around 1/6 scale, so it's a little rough to pay for it. But like I said, you're looking at limited copies, so you're limited statues. Like I said, this one has 50 of them, so it's coming out 2016. So it's gonna be a while before it comes out. But like I said, if you're a big Guts fan or a Berserk fan, go ahead and good luck. That's all I can say for it. Next up is from Queen's Blade Rebellion. Let me butcher this name for you guys. Taware no Ryokishi Branwin, which is a character from Queen's Blade. I have never seen Queen's Blade before, so unfortunately I don't know who that is. But I was looking through, a bunch of stuff on AmiAmi.com. That's a good place to go and check out the figure too. It doesn't really have a release date for it. Let's see, May 2016. So, but I said I chose this statue because it looks actually pretty cool. I think the stance for it, if you go to AmiAmi.com or even go look it up on myfigurecollection.net. Like I said, if you want anything, most of the time is Japanese stuff. Go to myfigurecollection.net, type in the character you want, and it'll give you a list of it. If you look for it, you'll find it most of the time. But this character, like I said, I know nothing about, but the stance for it looks cool. Hopefully it looks good. It actually comes with 2 colors. One is a black hair version and the original colors. So this one is priced at about 14,000 yen, so about $130-ish, 120, like 25 or something, $130. It's pretty cool. A lot of times it's listed for a little bit higher. If you go on AmiAmi.com, they have like a list price. Actually, for list price for this one is 19,000, but they have like a 20% off discount for it. So don't know if that's how that works, but I'm pretty sure it's probably around that price anyway. So they probably bought it for a lot cheaper and then sell it for a little bit up price. But like I said, it's a 1/6 scale. It has an awesome pose. That's in a cool looking base too, so that's awesome to me. And then it's coming out May 2016, and priced at 14,400 yen. Next up is let's not go with that one because it's kind of taking a little bit too long, so we're gonna skip a little bit around. Next up is from Mesco. It's an awesome looking action figure, but I don't think I have bought any of their stuff. I've seen their Judge Dredd one, which looks pretty awesome, and then their Batman one, which looks awesome also. So I decided to take a look at this one. Maybe I might have to actually get it, but this is from Mesco. It's a 1/12 size It's their 1/12 DC Comics collectible or collective figures. They have action figures, and it's for Shazam, and it looks freaking awesome. I like the prototype, how the prototype looks like. It's cool like that. Hopefully we can get something that looks as cool as that when it gets released. But like I said, It's a 1/12 scale, so you're looking at maybe about 5 to 6 inches tall, and it's pretty. They're a little tiny, but you know what? They're only about $70, so it's cool. And it's an action figure too, so you can kind of move their limbs around. So let's see what it comes with. Hyper realistic portraits, posable cape. It has detailed sculpted costume accents, a super articulated body with 32 points of articulation. What's inside the box? Let's see. Standard portrait, alternate smiling portrait, yelling Shazam portrait, fists, left, right, flying hands, grabbing hands, Mr. Mime, Mr. Adam, attachable lightning bolt. That looks cool. Attachable lightning bolt, display base for posing. So, like I said, the Mexico stuff are pretty awesome. Mostly this side. I've seen some really good, action figures that come out of it. So I'm super excited for that. Maybe I'll take a look into it because I am actually a pretty cool fan of Shazam. So hopefully, it comes out looking good. But from what the prototype says, it looks actually really good. You can actually go to a Big Bad Toy Store. They have it on their store, so you can take a look at that. He looks a little bit Asian, but that's okay. Next up is from Pop Culture Shock. They do some pretty cool Street Fighter stuff. This one's actually from Street Fighter V, which is Ken Masters. It's a 1/4 scale, so you're talking about maybe a little bit close to. Let's see what it says here. It doesn't have a. Oh, there you go. It is about 16 inches tall, 16.5 inches tall, so it's a pretty hefty. So this is about 12 inches here. You're looking at about that. So it's a 1/4 scale. It looks maybe a little bit, even a little bit taller than that. You can't see it probably, but it's a 1/4 scale, so it's going to be pretty big. You're looking at, like I said, 16 inches tall. It's about 35, well, shipping weight at least wise, 35 pounds. So it's a pretty big looking figure or statue. Like I said, 1/4 scale. This is the Street Fighter V version, so he's wearing that weird getup that he has. And then of course his hair is kind of tied back, which is pretty awesome looking anyways. But like I said, it is going to probably cost you, if I remember right, it was about $379. So it's a pretty hefty price, but you know what? If you're a big fan of Street Fighter, you're pretty much going to get it. So I thought about it, but if they had like a 1/6 scale version, maybe even smaller. Most of the pop culture stuff are 1/4 scale. So you're looking at about 250 plus. 1/6 scale, you could probably go around 120 to $200. I don't mind it that, but $379, it's a little bit too pricey. I could probably do one per year and already got my Power one. So then the last thing that I want to talk about for today will be something I was kind of just looking at the pre-orders for. Don't do this, please, because you know what? You're just going to be pre-ordering a bunch of stuff. Don't do what I do. Look at pre-orders and be like, this one, this one, this one. And then at the end of the day, you're like, I'm going to have to cancel all these. But this one was kind of pretty cool looking. This is Batman Arkham City life-size foam. It's foam? I don't know how that works. A replica figure of Harley Quinn. This is from NECA. They do a lot of pretty cool. I've seen a lot of their movie tie-in kind of figures, action figures. So they're kind of big. They're like 1/4 scale figures. I've seen like the Terminator one, or the Hulk one. They're pretty big size figures, action figures. So you're looking at pretty cool. And from what I've seen, they look pretty good, pretty high quality. But then, like I said, this is a life-size replica of Harley Quinn from Batman Arkham City. So she's the one with the two ponytails going down, and what is it, Brazier? Is that how you say it? But anyways, and she stands at about 5'11". So it's about as tall as me. That's with the base and the statue. So which is pretty tall. So if I remember right, oh, here it goes. 210 pounds. It's something, let's see. Note to due to size, item will be shipped to only continental US. The pre-order requires a $400 non-refundable down payment. The statue is, I think, if I saw it, I don't remember the right price for it, but I if I remember, it's like $1,500 or maybe close to $2,000. It's an expensive statue, but you know what? People are going to buy it because it probably looks cool. I don't know. I think if I was to go out and buy $2,000 statue, I guess like I said, my favorite superhero would be Superman, and even having a Superman statue would be weird, but that would probably be the only thing I would buy. So, but that's it for figure news and talk. I do have a few figures that I'm actually done recording for them, and one of them will be going up right after this video is posted, so look out for that. Then again, next week, come back and join me again when I talk more about figures. Next week should be a little bit better, hopefully it's going to be a little bit better, but it's going to be better because I'm going to try to round everything up to not just being this week only, the following week, so we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, there's always going to be news popping up. Maybe I'll talk about other news instead of just figures that are on pre-order, that you can pre-order soon or coming out soon and things like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys come back next time when I do some more statues and figure news talk. Hopefully you guys come back, enjoy. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video here and come back next time. This is Omega Belmont. Peace out.